relax, and let this gentle story lead you to rest. Angelonia and Flax, the Fair Pact. This story is about a kind girl named Angelonia, who with the help of a harmonious being named Flax, teaches her village the value of fairness, transforming it into a more unified and happy place. Once in a distant land, there was a kind-hearted girl named Angelonia. She lived in a small, picturesque village nestled in the valley, surrounded by majestic mountains and crystal-clear rivers. Every morning, Angelonia would help her neighbors with their daily chores, never asking for anything in return. The village loved her for her generosity and kindness. One day, while collecting firewood in the forest, Angelonia stumbled upon a harmonious being named Flax. Flax had vibrant, shimmering wings and a gentle aura that radiated peace. Flax explained that he came from a realm where everyone lived in harmony, but he had been banished for his mistake. His punishment was to stay on Earth and spread the message of fairness. Angelonia listened intently and felt a deep connection with Flax. She invited Flax to stay with her, promising to help him spread his message. Together, they worked tirelessly to teach the village about fairness and equality. They organized town meetings and created fair systems for distributing resources. Slowly, the village transformed into a beacon of fairness, where everyone shared responsibilities and rewards equally. The villagers became more united and happier, realizing that fairness created harmony. Flax's wings began to regain their vibrant glow, and he knew his mission on Earth was almost complete. On the day Flax was to return to his realm, the village threw a grand farewell celebration. Angelonia and Flax shared a heartfelt goodbye, knowing their efforts had changed the village forever. As Flax took flight, his wings sparkling under the sun, Angelonia looked up with gratitude, cherishing the lessons of fairness they had taught together. Our next story is Seek to Comfort You. Angelonia and Kathlia, A Journey of Growth. This story is about a girl named Angelonia and her snow owl friend Kathlia, who learned the true meaning of growth through nurturing a seed. Once upon a time, in a small hidden village nestled among the mountains, lived a kind-hearted girl named Angelonia. Her heart was as gentle as the breeze that whispered through the tall pines surrounding her home. Angelonia had a very special friend, a snow owl named Kathlia, whose feathers shimmered like freshly fallen snow under the moonlight. Angelonia and Kathlia spent their days exploring the forest and sharing secrets. One day, Angelonia found a tiny seed while walking along the stream. Curious and excited, she decided to plant it in her garden. Kathlia watched with interest as Angelonia gently placed the seed into the rich, dark soil. Together, they watered the seed every day and spoke encouraging words to it. Days turned into weeks, and the seed started to sprout. Angelonia was ecstatic. Kathlia, our little seed is growing, she exclaimed. Kathlia hooted softly in agreement. As time passed, the small sprout grew into a strong sapling. Angelonia noticed that the sapling began to attract various creatures of the forest. Birds came to rest on its branches, and rabbits nibbled on the tender leaves. The once lonely garden was now buzzing with life. Angelonia and Kathlia realized that nurturing the seed had not only helped it grow, but had also brought the entire garden to life. A warm afternoon, as Angelonia sat by the now towering tree, she noticed something magical. A tree, once a mere seed, had grown tall and strong, providing shelter and sustenance to all who sought it. It was then that Angelonia understood the true essence of growth. Growth wasn't just about becoming bigger or taller. It was about making a difference in the world around you, no matter how small you start. With a heart full of newfound wisdom, Angeloni whispered to Kathleen, "Mug-grown, haven't we cycled?" Kathleen nodded, her eyes shimmering with understanding. As the sun set behind the mountains, casting a golden glow over the garden, Angelonia and Kathleen knew they had embarked on a journey of growth together. The village that once seemed slow and hidden had now become a beacon of hope and love, all thanks to the simple act of planting a seed. They had learned that growth is continuous, ever-changing, and always beautiful, just like their friendship. Now another story to carry you further. Courage and Lotus, The Path of Honor. This story is about Borage and his brave pup Lotus, who embark on a quest to retrieve the legendary Heartstone, proving their honor and the strength of their bond along the way. Borage woke up early in the morning, the golden rays of dawn filtering through the curtains of his cozy room. Beside him, Lutz, his brave pup with a coat as white as snow, snuggled close. The day was an important day, and the young man's heart was filled with both excitement and trepidation. They lived in a quaint village surrounded by vast forests and shimmering lakes. The people of the village revered honor above all else. Borage had always admired the ancient code of honor, passed down from generation to generation. It was now his time to prove himself worthy of this noble heritage. His path to proving his honor lay in a challenging quest to retrieve the Heartstone, a legendary gem said to be hidden deep within the Whispering Woods. Tales of the Heartstone were embellished with both wonder and warnings. Borage and Lotus embarked on their journey, each step taken with purpose. The Whispering Woods were filled with a symphony of sounds, laughter air, chirping birds, rustling leaves, and the distant babbling of a brook. A sense of tranquility enveloped them as they delved deeper into the forest. After hours of trekking, they encountered their first obstacle, a wide, gushing river. Borage hesitated, but Lotus, with a wag of his tail, bounded forward and effortlessly swam to the other side. His courage bolstered Borage's spirits and he followed, finding his rhythm in the cool, sparkling waters. They continued undeterred, until they came upon a thick wall of thorns. A Lotus barked, signaling Borage to stop. Examining the barrier, Borage noted a narrow path through which they could carefully navigate. Lotus led the way, his keen senses ensuring they passed unharmed. As dusk approached, they reached a serene clearing bathed in the silver light of the moon. In the center stood an ancient tree, its gnarled branches twisting towards the heavens. At the tree's base lay the Heartstone, gleaming with a mysterious light. Borage felt the swell of emotion. He had done it, they had done it, together. As he picked up the Heartstone, a sense of honor and accomplishment washed over him. But their journey was not yet complete. Emerging from the shadows was a figure, cloaked in dark robes. The ominous presence radiated menace. Lotus growled, the stagehim himself perfectively between Borage and the stranger. The figure's voice was cold and filled with disdain. "You believe you are worthy of the Heartstone," they sneered. Borage stood his ground, declaring, "It is not for believing but through honor and courage that we have reached this place." The stranger's form shifted, revealing an ancient guardian, the true test of their worthiness. With a smile, the guardian acknowledged Borage's words. "Indeed, your honor is proven not just through trials, but through the heart with which you face them." With that, the guardian faded into the night, leaving Borage and Lotus alone once more. As they made their way back to the village, the Heartstone safely in Borage's pack, a new day dawned. The villagers greeted them with joy and pride. Their quest had not only proven Borage's honor, but had reaffirmed the bond between him and Lotus. Together, they had carved their path of honor, one that would inspire tales for generations to come. Let's continue with a new journey. A Night with the Stars. This story is about Zinnia, a young girl who discovers a magical pond and meets a water elemental named Tansy, experiencing a night filled with the magic of the stars. Once upon a time, in a small village surrounded by mountains and rivers, there was a young girl named Zinnia. Zinnia loved to explore the hills and valleys, always looking for an adventure. One warm summer night, she wandered up a narrow path she had never taken before. As she climbed higher and higher, she noticed a soft glow emanating from the top of the hill. Intrigued, she followed the light and found a small, clear pond. The water shimmered like 1,000 tiny stars had fallen into it. Suddenly, from the center of the pond, emerged a graceful water elemental named Tansy. Tansy had skin that sparkled like the surface of the pond and hair that flowed like the river below. Instead of being frightened, Zinnia felt a deep sense of peace. "Hello, young explorer," said Tansy in a voice that sounded like the gentle babbling of a brook. "What brings you here tonight?" "I'm Zinnia, and I feel like I was meant to find this place," she replied. "Indeed you were," Tansy said with a smile. "Every 100 years on this very night, a human who believes in the magic of the world finds their way here. Tonight, it is you." Zinnia's eyes widened with wonder. "What happens now?" she asked. "Now," said Tansy, "we swim among the stars." With a graceful gesture, she invited Zinnia into the pond. As soon as she stepped into the water, Zinnia felt as if she could float. The water around them began to swirl, turning the pond into a galaxy of twinkling lights. Together, they danced through constellations and swam among celestial bodies, laughing and sharing stories under the starlit sky. Tansy showed Zinnia the secrets of the stars, tales of ancient heroes and mythical creatures. Each star had its own story, and Zinnia listened intently, captivated by the hours passed as moments, and soon the first rays of dawn began to peek over the mountains. "It's time for you to return," Tansy said softly. "The world below is waking up." Reluctantly, Zinnia stepped out of the pond, her heart filled with the night's wonder. "Will I ever see you again?" she asked. "Whenever you look up at the stars and believe in their magic, I will be there," Tansy whispered. With a final, shimmering smile, she disappeared back into the water. Zinnia made her way down the hill, the memory of her enchanted night forever lighting her way. From then on, every time she looked at the stars, she was reminded of her magical and heartwarming adventure with Tansy, knowing that the magic of the universe was always within reach. Thank you for being here. May you rest well.